Hey, it's Hillary, Tempo Sells, and this week we are giving you my love, hate, pros, cons list on Poshmark. And I didn't even plan this, and I'm wearing my Poshmark shirt today. I got this as a thank you from Poshmark for hosting a Posh and Sip, or whatever they call those things. So anyway, we're standing here in my bedroom, and this is my live sale hanger because I got a clothes rack, and of course, you know, those little clothes racks do not want to hold more than five pieces of clothing before they just crumble into pieces. So what I did was I went to Home Depot and I got this really extra long closet rod that's like stainless steel or something, and I put that over my closet doors, and bingo bango boom, I have enough strength to hang all like 100 pieces for my live sales. Yeah, so we're just here putting a pile of things away that I showed at the last one, so I know that don't show them again because I'm doing a live sale April 22nd on the same platform, so I don't want to show these ladies the same thing. That would be horrendous. And I end up with all these hangers. I'm just going to throw them on the floor. So yeah, some of these things are listed. And so we're just going to be folding them up and putting them back where they belong in the storage, in the bins where they came from. So anyway, let's get on to Poshmark. I have been selling on Poshmark since 2018, when my friend told me about it as a way to get some merchandise I was looking for, and she's like, "Oh, you should try and see it. They have it on Poshmark." And I was like, "On Poshmark?" And so I went on, and I was like, "This is a sell. I could sell here." And within like a couple of weeks, I was listing and selling on Poshmark. So I have put together an informal list that I jotted together and I spent a lot of time on. And by a lot of time, I mean, I just did it 5 seconds before I hit the record button. However, okay, this isn't listed. We're just going to jump right in. Okay, so let's do Poshmark things I don't like first. I don't like sharing. I don't mind sharing because I feel like it does something, but generally it takes up a lot of time. And I think the sharing module, you know, because Poshmark bills itself as the social media selling site. So I'm not surprised that they want us to do things, but when you have a closet, when this turns from a hobby into a business, and you have Poshmark Ambassador or Poshmark Ambassador 2 status, this turns into a full-time job because you have I have like about 700 things listed in my closet right now, and the only reason I have so few is because I delisted everything but 12 items on my Poshmark closet in January, and I'm still relisting them. So sharing is a bit of a bear. I do share, I try to share with the parties, at least if I don't have anything in the parties, I'll try to share during the party times, because I feel like they picked those because that is the times that people are shopping. So I try to be active during those times. I also share other people's, because I notice that's how I get new followers. That's how I get new shoppers, because, you know, if your numbers aren't growing for followers, I mean, some people definitely shop without following you, but that's the monitor of which, you know, I can see that things are happening, that I'm building an audience, and that certain people are getting lace pants, y'all. Like, seriously, I'm at lace, no lining. That people are seeing, you know, in my feed, in their feed when I post new things. So that's one reason I do look at the followers count. But yeah, so that's one thing I don't like. Another thing is having to provide a shipping discount You know, you don't when it's a bundled item, but for closet clear out, if you lower the price, it's gonna be a while to get the hang of it, but closet clear out, I think I'm gonna leave that on a hanger because I'm gonna list that. Look how pretty that is. Vintage, like organza collar blouse. I think I'm gonna list that tonight. Whoops, got my plug here. So if you make an offer to likers, you have to provide a shipping discount, and they give you the shipping discount that you need to provide. So either the buyer pays $5.95 shipping, $4.99 shipping, or they don't pay for shipping. I'm glad they bought the $5.95 in, because sometimes it was like, well, I'm already marking this down to $10. Why do I have to give them a shipping discount too? If somebody makes you an offer, you don't have to do shipping discount. Oh, this is so cute. It's a romper, and that's the front, hoo-la-loo, and that's the back. I think I'm gonna list this too because it's a large size. So I think, is it a medium? No, it's a 10. That's a medium. I'm gonna list that later tonight too because I believe it's new with tags. So yeah, anyway, I don't like having to provide a shipping discount that comes out of my money. And I usually do when I'm in a bundle. I try to make sure that people are purchasing bundles of, 2 items or more, and then I'll provide them a shipping discount. Another thing I don't like is no photo editing. They give you all these photo presets, but the thing that I would like is being able to turn a photo, because sometimes my iPhone will, I'll take the pictures too fast and the orientation hasn't changed. And so I go in and I try to list and I was like, oh crap, I got to go back out into photo editing and turn this photo. Whereas in eBay, I know I can turn it, and I was like, oh, this photo is upside down. I can just go in within eBay and turn it right side up. I would like that a lot better than I like the presets. I don't know what function they sell, because if you're taking a photo of something to sell, you want to show it in the accurate light, and adding a photo preset sort of diminishes that. So I don't use those, and I don't find them particularly helpful. However, if you use them and find them helpful, please tell me why, because maybe I'm just not viewing that in the right way. Another thing I don't like is when you sell items, they don't automatically drop to the bottom of your feed. You have to move them manually, and if you have 700 items, and item number 700 is at the top and it sells, you have to move 699 items. And that's annoying, even with a bot. Because if it sells, in the middle of the night, and you sell like 2 items on the top of your feed, when everybody comes into your closet, they're seeing 2 sold items right away. And I would rather that they saw items that they could purchase rather than items they missed out on. Let's see. I feel like I haven't had a problem with claims on Poshmark, knock wood. People have complained and said, something was wrong and given me a low rating. And I'm fine with that, because bottom line, I got my money. I'm not one of those people. I have, I do this full time. I sell, I think I'm coming up on 1,000 items sold on Poshmark. And I don't have time to worry about, one person who gave me a 3. And it is not giving me the chance to rectify the situation, or didn't write me first, or is rating me on something I had no control over, like shipping time. So I just let those go by the wayside. However, I feel like people that have had claims against them, I feel like a lot of them have been unfairly ruled to the buyer. And these sites, these platforms, are always slanted toward the buyer. And I get that, is this listed or not? I think it's listed. These buyers, I get that, you want to satisfy the buyer, but if you satisfy the seller to some extent, then they are going to feel more confident and sell more things on your site because they know that you stand behind the buyer. And yeah, I just heard about a case today where somebody said they got something that was wrecked, and it's not even wrecked in the picture. So I'm like, so either the person took the picture of it looking all perfect and then wrecked it and sent it to this person. And it wasn't something like, leather shoes cracking or anything like that. It was, they said the item was dirty and it had like this big stain on it in the picture that they provided. And clearly to me, it was like, that's a lie. But I feel like, and they sided with the buyer on that and not the seller, even though looking at the seller's items. And I have to say though, for most of what I hear on Poshmark, they do side a lot of times with the seller. So I feel like they try. I just feel like sometimes when they get it wrong, they get it really wrong. Look at this dress. Isn't this gorgeous? I normally don't pick up Anne Klein too, but this little sheath dress with the drop back is gorgeous. Let's see what else. Oh, the 20% fee. Seems like a lot. I mean, I know you're paying for the service because it's one of the easiest sites to use, Poshmark. So I get that, but still, there's some times where I'm like, I have to list this at this price in order to make what I feel like I want to make, and therefore I won't list it on Poshmark, or I'll list it at a high price. But you're always going to get offers. So what's the point? Yeah, and that takes me to the other thing, which I really hate, is offers. I hate that, like on eBay, you can set like, okay, this is the bottom line of what I'm willing to take. I've had people offer me 99 cents or $1, I should say. I got $1 on items that, are like $12 or $15 or whatever. And I just like, I don't want to have to entertain that. I would like the option to opt out of that, because I just feel like it's annoying to have to, entertain offers that are less than half. And some people want, are fine with offers less than half, and they price their items accordingly. I tried that. I tried pricing my items at 30% more than what I wanted, and that did not work. Nobody was happy with that. Sorry, I'm getting lost. So I would either like the option to set a minimum that I'm willing to accept, or have a percentage of my closet. And this could be an offer that's available for ambassadors or ambassador twos, or however. Maybe that would be like a super duper perk, right? But so I would just like to be able to set like a percent, like maybe a percentage of my closet, like 10% of your closet, you can set as, not offers. I get they want the customer to be able to offer and get their money's worth, and, part of the fun and whatever. But yeah, I can't read what I wrote here. What is dates and history? Oh, dates and history. Oh, yeah. I would like to be able to see the history of offers that I've made or offers that other people made on individual items, because I had a person that kept coming in with this ridiculously lowball offer even after I relisted something. They came back again, and I think those situations, are fine. I don't mind it. I'm not gonna make an offer. I'm not mad about it, but I would just like to be able to see the history, because maybe I had pie in the sky dreams and thought this item was going to bring me $1 million, and nobody wants to pay more than 15. But I would like to be able to see that history of everybody offering me $15 on my $1 million item. Um, Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm putting things in the right pile, because I'm putting them in piles of things that are listed and things that have to be listed. Um, so that would be nice if I could see the history of offers and percentage offers and who it was offered to and all that. You can kind of, but not really. Let's see, what else do I have? No, photo editing, sharing is annoying. Offers is annoying. Shipping discount is annoying. Doesn't automatically go to the bottom. Oh, that's about it. I don't have actually that many complaints about Poshmark. I feel like it's a really good site. And that brings us to the things I love about Poshmark. Poshmark is so freaking easy. I mean, literally, I can take a picture of this and I can basically write, lace top, size medium, and make a price and put the size, boom, 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 fill the things out, and I have a listing in less than 5 minutes. And whoever negotiated the Poshmark shipping, la-di-da, they deserve a prize. They deserve like a huge raise, because negotiating that contract with the post office that everything is priority shipping and it's a blank amount, so as long as it's under £5 you can ship a bundle of things, and it's still under your Poshmark, $7.67 I think is what is paid now. This cute eyelet. I'm like really eyelet lace person. Yeah, so I think that is definitely a plus, because your shipping works in any priority mailbox, no matter what the post office tries to tell you. There's a little thing printed on your Poshmark label that says Poshmark is, this contract or whatever can ship under any priority mailbox, including regional, because they had to change the wording because the post office was refusing boxes. And I got into words with my post office about it because I'm like, no, it says on the label, this was the original label, which just basically had like highbrow language, and apparently she didn't understand. And she's like, well, I went to a meeting and this is not the right box. You need to use a mailing box. And I was like, no, this is what this thing is saying on here, that I can use any box. And so I stopped going to that post office and I went to another post office, and the gal tried to tell me the same thing. And the manager there was like, wait a minute, is that a Poshmark box? And I was like, oh, I think I'm in love. And he's like, Poshmark, you could send with any kind of box. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, because that's happened to me like 4 times in the post office that they tried to tell me. And then they always say, well, I'll take it, but I'm not gonna, I'm not responsible if it gets sent back and doesn't get to the destination. And I was like, okay, fine. Let's see. Another thing I loved about Poshmark is I feel like they're really responsive, not just to customer service, because when you email them, they will, it usually takes like 24 hours, but they do email you back. Like one time I couldn't sign out of Poshmark, and I was like, why can't I sign out? And it was because on my screen of my laptop, it wasn't letting me scroll down. And I was like, it should be here. I'm going to list this tonight too. And this, because this is good for Easter. We're going to get rid of that. I've been trying to sell it at lives, and it has not been working. So maybe it's just something that's going to translate better in the picture. Got two. So yeah, I feel like they are pretty responsive. And they set it up so that, like, even if you forget to mail something, they'll send you a little reminder, and there's a little checkbox on the item that says, I'll mail this within 1 to 2 days, and you can click that and they'll send you a thank you. So I feel like they're good with things like that. What in the world does that say? Oh, feel like I can promote on site. The other sites have like You can, on Grailed, you can bump things up to the top of your queue. On Depop, you can edit your listing, and when you edit, it moves it back up to the top of the queue. I don't know if it shows it as a fresh listing, but at least it's at the top of your queue. And eBay, you can pay to promote, or you can take the link and you can put it on, Pinterest or Twitter or whatever, social media, Facebook. You can do that. But I feel like Poshmark, when sales are slow, I do a lot more. I do a lot more self promotion, and my sales are really slow right now. I feel like I'm like looming over you. Anyway, I feel like I can, generate some buzz. I can go after shoppers. I can, look for people that liked similar items. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It hasn't worked these last 2 weeks, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about there. But at least I feel like I'm being proactive, and that goes a lot to me. Lately, I've also been looking at the trend reports, which I also appreciate, because the trend reports, give you like, I don't know, like 10 things, like ruffle skirts and sequins and, chore coats and chore jackets or whatever they're called, things like that say, and I think it's based on what people are searching for and what people are buying. And I feel like, that's honest information, because they have the mission they want to sell, and they want us to be successful because they make 20% off of everything we sell. So I feel like they're giving us good information so that, excuse me, we can be better sellers. I'm sorry, excuse me. I cannot read my writing. Why does this say Corey feature? We're going to come back to that because I don't know what that says. Video. I wasn't a fan of the video option. However, when I only have like videos on like 2 or 3 things. And when I go back and look at those listings, I'm like, that video was really actually quite helpful. Just a side note, if you use Vendoo, it does not take the video over. So save the video so you can repost it when you relist it on Vendoo. I don't know about List Perfectly because I have not used that. Let's see, records for all time. Yeah, I like that feature because I can, if I lose my record from, December 2018, my first Christmas, I can go back and pull December 2018. With eBay, I may or may not. It used to only be 90 days, but I've noticed you can go back a little further. But if you lose it, if your computer dies or whatever, and you lose all your information, it's lost. So I appreciate that I can always pull my stats from Poshmark. I do not know what this says. Core feature, Corey feature. What kind of feature? Copy feature. Oh, copy feature. Yeah. eBay has sell similar, which I use a lot. It gives you 2 options. You can relist or sell similar, and sell similar gives you a new item number. And so if you have something that's stale and you want to relist it, you can just go ahead and relist it, and the same watchers are still on it. I don't know what the purpose of relisting, just a plain, because it doesn't give you the same. It gives you the same item number, and it's just like you took it off for a while and put it back on. But if you do sell similar, you get a whole new item number, and it's like it's a fresh item, and the watchers that have been watching it for 6 months and haven't done jiggity jack about it, they're like, boo, bye-bye. and I really appreciate that. And Poshmark has a copy feature, so I can, in my editing, I can go in and I can copy, which will make a copy of that listing, and it'll save it to draft if that's where I want it to go. And I can go in and delete the original and then work with the draft copy. And maybe I want to change the photos, but I don't want to have to rewrite the listing or copy and paste everything, which is annoying. So yeah, I can just go in and boom, boom, boom. It's all good. And that is a really, really good feature. I kind of, like I said earlier, it's, Poshmark bills itself as a social media shopping app. And I feel like you can't really be angry with the things that they are requiring to do, like sharing and Posh parties and whatnot, because they wanted to be different. They wanted to be different than eBay, which is just like a nameless, faceless, or a faceless entity, not nameless because this is eBay. But I feel like there's a lot of camaraderie. And I hosted a Posh party recently, because whenever my sales are stale, I host a Posh party. But nothing is working for me now. I do not know. I had one sale after the Posh party, and I made $7.05. So I don't even know if that's the gas that'll get me to the post office anymore. Yeah, so I feel like Poshmark is more progressive and friendlier and easier to deal with. Like the instance, and it might all be fake, because what was the thing where they changed the way that fresh or listings were showing up for people, and it went from relevant to something or whatever. I don't even know. I was in the middle of my listing relisting thing, and I wasn't paying attention because I had 12 items up. But they had changed the way that the listing things, and then people were complaining, and it was all over YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and everything. It was like, oh my gosh, they messed with the algorithm. And about a week later, Poshmark came back and said, oh, we hear you. We saw an uptick in sales and interaction through this, but we hear you, sellers, and we're going to go back to the way things were, which I believe was not the truth. Because if they saw an uptick and they were making money from it, more money than they had been using the old algorithm, I don't believe they would have gone back. I feel like either it wasn't enough growth, or I believe there was no red line going up. I think it was just staying steady or dropping, and they're like, whoa, we made a mistake, and we're gonna back off. So however it happened, and everybody seems much happier, and I feel like, okay, we're trying stuff. I wish there would have been more honesty on it, because yeah, if they had just said, hey, we tried this, it didn't work, and we hear you, and so we're putting things back the way that it went before, and we're sorry that you experienced the inconvenience, rather than passive aggressively saying, we were making a lot more money and it was really successful. However, you are unhappy, so we want to make you happy. So we're going to take all the money we were making, and we're just going to wave goodbye, and we're going to make you happy. I'm not buying that as a business model. I don't know. So anyway, those are the things that I love and hate about Poshmark. I don't know if I'll do the other platforms. Maybe I will. I haven't sold that much on Grailed or Depop. I've sold 3 things on Depop in a year. I've sold 2 things on Tradesy in a year. Grailed has been okay. Mercari stepped up for a while there, and now it's slowed down again, but I'm in the process of relisting on Mercari and eBay currently. So that might be the reason that things have slowed down there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching Tempo Sells, and feel free to comment, and subscribe. And if you feel like I am way off on my likes and dislikes and opinions, go ahead and leave the comment below. I can take it. Thanks, and have a good one. Bye.